Good morning students. Today we are learning lesson 12 halogens. It is the continuation of the last week lesson. Here we are discussing about reactions of halogens. The objective, first objective is to define displacement reaction, second objective is to describe displacement reaction, and the third objective is to explain the trend in the reactivity of the halogens. First we are discussing define displacement reaction, that is our first objective. What is displacement reaction? A chemical reaction in which one element replaces other element in a compound, that is called displacement reaction. That means here the example is given, there is an element A and it is reacting with a compound BC. This compound BC, it is formed by combining element B and C. And we are getting the product AC plus B. From this equation it is very clear, the element A displaces the element C from its compound BC to form AC. This type of reaction is called displacement reaction. That means from the compound one of the element is replaced by another element. That type of reactions are called displacement reaction. So it is given here in the above reaction, element A displaces element C from its compound BC to form AC. So these are displacement reactions. Now, what are the conditions for displacement reaction? Every case there is no displacement reaction is taking place. There is certain condition, then only the displacement reactions are taking place. The first one, only a more reactive element can displace a less reactive element from its compound. So here we take A plus BC is equal to AC plus B. Here A is more reactive than C. That's why A can displace C from its compound. That means every time if there is a displacement reaction, there should be an element with high reactive. That means which element is used for displacement reaction, it should be more reactive. If A is least reactive than C, means there is no reaction. Here A is more reactive than C, that's why the displacement reaction is taking place. So here the displacement reactions by halogen we are learning. So we have to know about the reactivity of halogen. Then only we can tell whether the displacement reaction is possible or not. And we learned already fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine are the halogens. So here the first element in this group is fluorine, second one is chlorine and third one bromine, fourth one iodine and the last one astatine. And here the reactivity is given, fluorine is more reactive. That means when you are going from top to bottom in this group, the reactivity is decreasing. So fluorine is most reactive and astatine is least reactive. So before thinking about the displacement reaction, we have to think about the reactivity of halogen. Then only we can tell that the reaction is possible or not possible. First we are using displacement reactions of chlorine with potassium bromide solution. So here we are using potassium bromide and chlorine reaction. So here we take the halogen is chlorine. So this halogen chlorine has to replace bromine from potassium bromide. Here we use the chlorine as Cl2 because we know the chlorines, all the halogens are very reactive and the single existence not possible. It's always form diatomic molecule. That means two same halogen combined to form two atoms of chlorine. So Cl2. It is in the form of Cl2. Here the reaction is possible. We can see that the bromine it is replaced by chlorine to form KCl. Why it is possible? Because chlorine is more reactive. So in the reactivity series after fluorine, chlorine, then only the bromine is coming. So chlorine is more reactive. So chlorine can replace bromine from potassium bromide to form potassium chloride. And also here there is an evidence of the reaction. Here we can see that when you are carrying out the reaction, first of all we are using the colorless solutions. Then after the reaction, after we mix this together, we will get a orange solution. This orange solution is bromine solution. Bromine here it is forming Br2. This Br2 is forming, it is orange in color. Now we are discussing the displacement reaction of chlorine with potassium iodide solution. Instead of bromine, here we use the potassium iodide. Here also the displacement reaction is possible. Why the displacement reaction is possible? Because here also we know in the table iodine it comes after then chlorine. So which is more reactive? Chlorine is more reactive. So chlorine is more reactive than iodine. So chlorine can replace iodine from potassium iodide. And here also there is evidence for the reaction. First of all we are getting the colorless solutions. Then after the reaction it finish, we will get a brown solution. This brown solution is iodine solution, that is I2. Next, displacement reaction of bromine with potassium chloride solution. Here we are using bromine plus potassium chloride. Before we used which one? The potassium bromide plus chlorine. So in this case we can see that there is no reaction. Why there is no reaction? Because we know the bromine it is least reactive than chlorine. So it cannot displace chlorine from potassium chloride because the bromine is less reactive than chlorine. So there is no reaction. In the same way, iodine plus potassium bromide. Iodine plus potassium bromide. And here think about the reactivity of iodine and bromine. Iodine and bromine, we know the iodine is least reactive than bromine. So there is no reaction also. Now we are discussing the third objective, explaining the trend in the reactivity of the halogens. Here the picture is given, and in this picture it is given fluorine, chlorine and bromine and the number of shells. Fluorine is having 2 shells, chlorine is having 3 shells and bromine is having 4 shells. But we can see that all these halogens, they have 7 electrons in its outer shell. Outer shell means last shell. It is represented by blue color. Fluorine is having 7 electrons, chlorine also 7 electrons and bromine also it has 7 electrons in the last shell. The reactivity of halogens depends on its size. Here fluorine is less size, but bromine is bigger size. If the element is less size means small, the reactivity also more. Why the reactivity is more? Because we know if there is 7 electrons in the last shell, they want 1 more electron, or it shows accepting electron tendency. So here if you are adding the electron, in case of fluorine, this added electron goes to the last shell, that means the second shell. So this electron is attracted very much into the nucleus, because we know the nucleus is positively charged. Nucleus is positively charged and second shell means it is near to the nucleus. So attraction is more. But in case of chlorine, they are also accepting the electron, but this accepted electron it goes to the third shell. There is also attraction between nucleus and the third shell, but there is the distance is more, so the attraction is less, so less reactive. And when you goes to the bromine, there also we are adding electron, that means 7 electrons, it also shows accepting electron tendency. It can accept 1 electron, but accepted electron goes to the fourth shell. And we know fourth shell is far from the nucleus, so the added electron is not that much attracted by the nucleus. If it is not that much attracted by the nucleus means the reactivity is less. If the added electron it is more attracted to the nucleus means reactivity is more. If it is less means the reactivity also less. And also we have to discuss about the shielding effect. Shielding effect means inside electrons effect. And in case of fluorine, we can see only 2 electrons inside. But in case of chlorine, the inside electron number is increasing. In case of bromine, it's again increasing. So, this electron also shielding the last electrons to attract the nucleus. It is attracting the nucleus, last electron, but the inside electrons, they are preventing. They are not allowed to this outside electron to attract that much to the nucleus. So, which is more reactive? Fluorine is more reactive than chlorine, then bromine, then iodine. This is the order for the reactivity of halogens. I think you all understood the lesson. Thank you and have a nice day.